planner friends! Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be planning from the 23rd to the 29th of August in my medium passion planner. Let's get started! So the kit that I'm using this week is Florence from Plannerface, and I love all of the colours in this kit. I think this is like the 4th or 5th kit this year that I've used that is like pink, blue and purple. It's just a really lush combination. I do PR for Plannerface, so you can use my code in the description to save yourselves a little bit of money and also mention me for a freebie. This wasn't the kit that I was initially going to use this week. I did change it up at the last minute, but even when you pick out your kits far in advance, sometimes the week comes and you're just like, this kit isn't it for this week. So I went with Florence instead. As usual, I've started off the base of this spread by shading in the parts of the timelines where I'm going to be asleep, and then going in with my grey Stabilo fine liner to mark in my alarm times, and then split my personal and work to do sections in the bottom left hand corner to add a bit of extra checklist space, as well as create a 5-day habit tracker. I've then gone in with my turquoise Crayola Super Tip, which is my theme colour for August, to shade in those checkboxes and also the daily focus boxes of the days where I'm not going to be at work. Next, I'm using my Stabilo fine liner in turquoise to mark in my work hours for the week, and then I'm just adding in my meals using my Pilot Friction pen to write in breakfast, lunch and dinner for each day, and then I'm going to highlight over those with my turquoise Crayola Super Tip to keep that pop of my theme colour going throughout the whole spread. If you're new to my channel, I colour code all of my months, so for August it's been this turquoise colour. Although I do occasionally have a spread that doesn't match the theme colour for the month, I do try to keep to it the majority of the time. I just like having each month with like this theme going through it, even though it's quite simple, and it also helps when I can't choose a kit because I have to pick one that has at least one of the colours matching my theme. So that's it for my pen base. Now we can start putting some stickers down, and as always I'm starting with my meal plan tracker, which is just something that I made in Excel and print off on sticker paper myself. I'm then adding in the squared off half box from the kit into the weekly focus box because it fits pretty perfectly, and adding a little bit of deco just to decorate that. For the rest of my sidebar, I'm adding in a habit tracker for my daily check-in, and then one of the full boxes from the kit over the quote section. The daily check-in habit tracker is just to track whether I look at my planner each day, because I always find that if I'm having a really stressful week, I stop looking at my planner and then I just make it even more stressful for myself. Next, I've cut one of the 15mm strips of washi from the kit in half to cover the space for the possibility header and the personal and work to-do list headers, and then from the second piece of washi I've cut a 6mm strip to create an extra header in the bottom left hand corner for my daily gratitude section. My daily gratitude section is nothing special, but I just try and write down one thing that went well for me that day. So I think one of the days this week it was, this day wasn't as bad as I expected it to be. So it doesn't have to be a big thing that you're grateful for each day. Finally, we can add in the weekend banner and then get into the day-to-day planning. So zooming in and starting on Monday, I'm using a skinny event label and an envelope doodle from the kit to mark in a task that I was rated to do at work this day. And then moving on to the evening, I'm using one of my Pinky Stickers printables, which I just print off on sticker paper myself and cut out with my craft knife to mark in my yoga session. Moving on to Tuesday, and I've used a glitter header and a work from home script from Plannerface to mark that I was working from home this day, and then I'm using one of the patterned third boxes from the kit, a bit of deco and one of the doodles to mark in that I had my appraisal this morning, and because of COVID it's the first appraisal that I've had since March last year, and it was still pretty generic, so I was kind of annoyed about that, but at least it went okay I guess. Moving on to the afternoon, I'm marking in my first weight session of the week using another one of my Pinky Stickers printables. You'll see as we go through this week that I didn't have a whole lot planned, and this spread began as mostly work stuff and gym stuff. But moving on to Wednesday, and the first thing that I'm adding in is a Build You sticker from the kit, which I've just cut in half horizontally so it doesn't take up quite so much space in my planner. Then moving back into the main daytime of Wednesday, I'm using a regular event label and a skinny event label from the kit to mark in that I was duty scientist this day. Oh, and also a quarter box from the kit and the laptop doodle to mark that I've tried to fit in a seminar around being duty scientist as well. Quite excitingly, next time I have to mark duty scientist in my planner, I actually have blue haired scientist character stickers now, thanks to a lovely gift from my friend Kelly, which I received after I set up this spread. So for this spread I just had to go for my usual random piece of deco to mark in duty scientist. It's one of my least favourite parts of my job, so at least now I will have some cute stickers to mark it in. Moving on to the second half of the week, and I'm starting with a glitter header and a work from home script in the daily focus box of Thursday because I was again working from home. And then I'm marking in my second weight session of the week using my Pinky Stickers printable and a recycling icon from Plannerface to remind me to take the recycling out. Then moving on to Friday, I'm marking in a quick interval run after work, again using my Pinky Stickers printables. And then we can move on to the weekend. So starting on Saturday, I'm marking in my usual planning time in the morning using a patterned flag and a doodle from the kit, and then I'm using a third box and a bit of deco and an edit script from Plannerface to mark in editing and recording this voiceover, which I'm actually recording on Sunday. So my PT session, which I'll add in a moment, actually got moved forward until 12 on Saturday, and I really couldn't be bothered to move all of my stickers around, so I just left them where they were, with my PT session being at 1:30. So this is one of those times when my planner really did not match what actually happened this day, just because everything's in the wrong order. But I didn't want to risk pulling up all these stickers that had been down for a week at this point, even though they are removable, because I'm running out of undo. So anyway, I'm using a patterned event label from the kit and a dumbbell doodle from Plannerface to mark in that PT session. For Saturday evening, I'm adding in my usual half box for whatever we got up to, and this actually happened to be binge watching the entirety of WandaVision in one evening and getting Domino's, because we were supposed to see some friends on Saturday, but one of them was ill, so all of our plans got cancelled. Moving on to Sunday, and I'm adding in my usual 3-heart cleaning checklist to block out a chunk of time for doing some cleaning this morning, and just decorating that with the vacuum doodle from the kit. And then I'm moving on to adding in my upload for this week. So as usual, I've cut up the Monday to Sunday box to use it as washi, and then I'm covering up the part of that M that you can still see with a YouTube button icon from Ickle & Co and an upload sticker from Plannerface. And then I remembered the rest of my scripts for the weekend before I added in my last interval run of the week. So now we can zoom out and start adding in some decorative boxes to the week. So I use these to cover up a little bit of the time at work because I don't add in every single thing that I do in work to this planner. I've cut down the full boxes vertically on the sticker paper, and then horizontally I'm trimming them on the planner so that I can get them perfectly within the timelines. This was one of those weeks where I really wish that the kit had had a double box in, because I'm really enjoying using double boxes in my passion planner. Even though they have the timeline in the middle, I do think they look quite cute. But there wasn't a double box in this kit, so I just had to pop these two next to each other. The last thing to add in is just my work checklists for the week. So on Friday I'm adding in the to-do 3-heart checklist box from the kit, and then on all of the other days of the week I'm adding in the 3-heart checklists just with the little flag portions cut off the end so they don't take up quite so much space in each day. When it came to Monday's checklist, I didn't have quite as much space, so I've just popped in a 2-heart checklist, and I've even had to trim a teeny tiny piece off the top of that, so I have a little gap between that and the skinny event label above it. So that is all of my stickers down for this week. Now I can add in all of my plans using my Pilot Friction pen. It's my favourite pen because it's erasable. So this week was actually quite a struggle for me because work was super busy and everything just seemed to be going wrong. Like my data was coming off late and then things were failing, and by the end of the week we've managed to get back on top of it, but oh, it was a struggle. Yeah, it was such a struggle this week, but we got through it. It's all good. My appraisal was okay-ish, I guess. It just felt a little bit generic, and seeing as I was on reduced hours due to sickness for a lot of last year, I felt like it could have been a little bit more tailored to me, but whatever. The weekend was way better than the rest of the week was. I had a really nice day yesterday. In my PT session, we decided to start trying out some Olympic weightlifting because my PT has just done a course on training for those sorts of lifts, and I was like, yeah, sure, I'll try that. And it was super fun, like just throwing weight around, which sounds a little bit crazy, but I genuinely really enjoyed it, and I'm really excited to see what I can do with this. I love learning new things. Also, there's something about holding a barbell over your head that makes you feel so incredibly strong, like you can do literally anything, and I chase that feeling every time I go to the gym, honestly. I know I'm a little bit late to the party with this one, but we also watched all of WandaVision in one evening on Saturday, and I really enjoyed it. Like, the first 2 episodes were a bit like meh, but once it got into like the main storyline of it, I was so hooked. And it got to like 12:30 and we had 1 episode left, and I was like, no, we have to watch it. I will stay up till 1:30 in the morning to finish watching this series so that I find out what happens. Definitely recommend, although maybe plan it a bit better and don't try and watch the whole thing in one evening like we did. My focus for this week was to continue working on my new work from home routine, because I think this change in my work hours is going to take a little bit of getting used to. I'm still not quite sure what day it is each day of the week at the moment. But that's it for my pre-planning. Let's take a look at the finished spread. So here is the finished spread, and as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I really love the colour combination in this kit. It's one of my favourites, I think, and I just love how this one turned out. Even my grumpy post-work stress on Friday looks cute because I had a script for that, so really happy with this one. So that's everything for this video, friends. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye!